Hello everyone, welcome back to IGT Introduction to Graph Theory. This is lecture number 34. In 33 we have done some basic properties about planar graphs, some problems on that, correct? Planar embedding, and we proved that K33 and K5 was not planar, correct? Now come to some more plane graph, or you can just say from any graph, for any plane graph you can form a related plane graph that is known as its dual. Okay, so whenever you are having any plane graph, you can form any other related plane graph that is known as its dual. And first I should define its faces, correct? So here these are the vertices of this graph. So this is the graph G, these are the vertices and these are its edges, okay? And this face is also, you can just say regions. Regions is bounded by these edges. This is known as boundary of this region or boundary of this face, okay? So this one is known as its boundary. So it has this plane graph has divided this total plane, whole plane, into two parts. So the C3 is dividing into two parts. One part is, you can just say R1 region, and here it is R2 region, or you can just say face R1, face F1 or face F2. Okay, so it is dividing a plane graph into two you can just say a plane, the whole plane, this plane graph is dividing into some territories. It is known as region. So this R2 is the unbounded region that you can see, and R1 is bounded by this boundary, okay? And R2 boundary, obviously it is lower boundary is this one, but upper boundary is not known, correct? So that's why this is unbounded region or unbounded face. Okay, so this is unbounded and this one R1 is bounded by its boundary, correct? And where these two vertices, you can just say two edges meet at vertices and two regions meet at edges. So two regions meet to form edges. So these two regions are forming, meeting at this one, also meeting at this one, also this one. So at all three boundaries these two regions are mapping, correct? Or you can just say meeting. You can just have some more examples on this one. Suppose you have this graph, this is a plane graph, planar embedding of this graph, correct? Because it has no edge crossing, correct? So it is also dividing a plane, the xy plane, you can just say. So it is dividing any plane in in three parts, two bounded and one unbounded. So this is region 1, this is region 2, this is region 3. So it is dividing into three territories. This outer territory is unbounded, or you can just say outer region, okay? And these are inner region, or you can just say interior region. So and R3 is exterior, correct? So R3 is unbounded and R1 and R2 are bounded and bounded by the boundary. So for R2 this is the boundary, and for R1 this is the boundary, and for R3 we have this is the boundary, correct? So for R3 this outside part is the boundary, okay? So here also it is dividing in three parts any plane. This graph is dividing any plane in three regions, three parts. These are known as its region, and these regions are bounded by some edges, you can just say closed walks or closed edges. Some edges, this is known as boundary of that region, okay? And here R2 and R3 are meeting at this edge, and these two edges are meeting at this vertex, okay? So whenever any two edges meet, they form a vertex, and whenever any two regions or territory meet, then they forms edge. Okay, and also R2 and R3 are meeting at this one, at this edge, and also R1 and R2 are meeting at this edge. Okay, and this one is the meeting point of meeting edge of R1 and R3 region. This is also R1 and R3. Okay, I hope you got this one. Now we can come to another plane graph, starting with any graph, any plane graph. This is a plane, so, or you can just say planar embedding. So plane graph, you can find some another graph, this which is denoted by G star, are known as dual. That will be also a plane graph. Okay, and how corresponding to the vertices and its regions, or you can just say faces. So G is a plane graph, so obviously it will be dividing the plane into some parts that are known as regions, territories, or faces, you can just say, and there will be some vertices and edges. So corresponding to vertices, there will be for example, you have this is the G. Okay, so here vertex A, B, C. So we want to find the dual of this one. So dual of this plane graph is again a plane graph, okay, whose vertices correspond to the faces of G. So it has two faces. So faces of this one is F1 and F2. So, or you can just say X, Y are the faces. Okay. So X, capital Y. It has been it's been divided this plane into two regions, or you can say two faces. It has X and Y. Okay, Y is unbounded, X is bounded. Correct. So the vertices of dual. So this was G. Now G star will be vertices of dual will be the corresponding to faces of G. Okay. So here it represents vertices correspond to face X. Okay, so corresponding to face X, the small x is the vertex and small y is the vertex corresponding to face Y. And whenever these edges will be correspond to the edges, and how, whenever any edge has two sides, that is has two faces on one side and another side is some y. So this edge is on one side it is y and another side it is x. Correct. So here the edges, the vertices are corresponding to faces of G, and it will be the number of faces of G will be equal to number of vertices of the G star, that is dual. It's dual. Okay, and the edges are corresponding in this following manner. How? If some edge is there in G, some edge is present in G with face X on one side and Y on another side, then there will be an edge meeting the vertex X and Y. Okay, so X on one side and Y on another side, E is the edge. So suppose this is the edge E in G, then there will be E star. There will be E star in G star, where you can have this E star. If this is E, then X will be the corresponding vertex to face X, and small y will be the corresponding vertices vertex to Y. So likewise here the number of edges will be equal to number of edges here. So whenever this is an edge, so there will be an edge corresponding to this one. Or you can just say here these faces will become the vertices, and this edge will become the edge with endpoints, this X and Y. Okay, and similar way, if this edge is present, there is some other edge, that this edge is present with the same regions, or you can just say same faces X and Y. So there will be one more edge corresponding to this one, this edge. So that will be starting from X and ending at Y. So this will be multi-edge, and also X and Y are the you can just say both side faces on this edge also. That's why there will be one more edge corresponding to this edge, that is meeting x and y. Okay, so the dual will be, in this case dual will be, so x and y and x and y. So this is one edge, this is second, this is third, and here the vertices will be, these vertices will be a, B, C. These vertices will be corresponding to faces of G star. So vertices of G will be corresponding to faces of G star, and faces of G will be corresponding to vertices of G star, and edges will be corresponding to edges. So by this way we got, suppose this is A, this is B, this is C. So A is unbounded here, B and C are bounded. So here three vertices. In this graph we have three vertices. Correct? Here we have three vertices, here also three faces, because these are corresponding, and here two faces, so here two vertices, and here three edges, so here also three edges. So I hope you got it. Again we can just go back to the definition, and then we can have some examples. Okay. So dual of a plane graph is again a plane graph whose vertices correspond to the faces of G. So if vertices of G corresponding to faces of G, then it will be n star. Vertices of dual will be corresponding to faces of G, then n star is the order of dual. That will be equal to number of face. F represents the number of faces in G. Okay. So n of G star will be equal to f of G. So means to say vertices and faces are corresponding, and edges will be corresponding to edges. That means m star will be equal to m, that is the size of this G star graph, this dual will be equal to size of G. Okay, and faces of G star will be equal to vertices of G. Okay, so this and this are same, so that's done. Here the vertices are corresponding to faces of G, and the edges of G star corresponding to edges of G as follows. How? If E is an edge with face X on one side and with face Y on other side, then there will be an edge E star in G star, that is a dual, with endpoints X and Y, and X is the corresponding to face X, and Y is the point or vertex corresponding to face Y. Correct? So here I have just explained. That means there will be edge corresponding, number of edges will be corresponding to number of edges. So it will be size of dual, and its the main graph, it will be equal. Okay, so please note it. Now you can come back to, here one remark I have just done. In G and G star we have, that is in a plane graph and its dual, we have vertices of G if and only if they will become the, vertices will become the faces of G star, and faces of G will become the vertices of G star, and edges will be by this condition. Okay. Now come to some examples. You can have K2, two vertices and one face. So one face X, two vertices A and B. So what is the dual of this K2? So you have one face. So on this edge, here X is the face, here also X is the face. So one face means there will be one vertex only. So small x I am just taking, and this edge has both side X as the face. Correct? So it will be an edge, or you can just say it will become a loop. Correct? So an edge which is starting from X and ending at X, so that will become a loop. Correct? So here how many vertices are there? So 2. So here also one vertex and two faces will be there. So face A and face B. So here vertices corresponding to faces and face corresponding to vertices, and edge, here it was one edge, so here also one edge, that becomes loop. Correct? So here I just done it. So graph G with n2, that is the number of vertices 2, m size is 1, number of faces is 1. Okay, number of faces you can represent by f. Okay, and here we have m star is 1, that is same as m, n star is 1, that is same as f in G, and f star will be 2. Okay, that is same as n in G. Okay, I hope you got this one. Next, you can take K1. So for K1, only one vertex is there, one face is there. So one vertex and one face, no edge. So there will be also no edge. So that will be K1 and K1 star. Okay. Likewise, you can just have K3. K3 will be, suppose K3 is this one. So corresponding to these three vertices, there will be some face, and corresponding to these two face, there will be some vertex. Correct? So here it will be x and y vertex, x and y, and x and y are the faces on both sides of this edge and this edge and this edge. So there will be 3 multi edges, because x and y are the faces on both sides of 3 edges, and 3 vertices, and here also 3 regions, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so that's done, I think. For C3 or K3, it's done. So this is K3 and this is K3 star. If K4 star, this is C4, you can just take. So C4 and C4 star. So C4 is 4 vertices, so there will be 4 faces and 2 faces, so x and y. So there will be x and y vertices, correct? And here this edge has the both way, that is, this edge has x on one side and y on another side, faces, and same with this edge, same with this edge, same with this edge. So there will be 4 edges joining these points x and y, that will be parallel. Okay, so here multi edges are there. So for C4, this is C4, this is C4 dual. Okay, and here 2 face, so 2 vertices, n become 2 here, f here 2 face, f become n here, and n become f here. So how many regions are there? Here 4 vertices, so here 4 regions. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is also a plane graph, correct? Now you can come back to if you are having Cn, then 2 corresponding to 2 faces, there will be 2 vertices, and 2 vertices are joined by n edges. Okay, and these are having in between n minus 1 region, and 1 region is outside, that is corresponding to the vertices of G. Okay, so this is the G star in case of cycle. Okay, now you can come to path. P2 we are done. For P2 and K2, this will be the G star. Okay, P3 you can take. P3, this one. So how many regions are there? How many faces are there? Only one face, that is unbounded. Okay, and how many edges? 2 edges, so there will be 2 edges in dual, and 1 vertex, because there is only one face, that is x. Corresponding to this face, the vertex is x. Corresponding to this edge, we have this edge have x on this side and x on this side, the same face, so it will become a multi-edge. Okay, and what about this edge? This edge also has same face, that is x on this side and x on this side, so same face on both sides. If any edge have same face on both sides, that is that happens only in cut edge, so it will be becoming a loop. So every cut edge will become a loop. Okay, in G star. So this is G, this is G star. So here how many faces? 1. Number of vertex in G star, 1. So how many vertices? Vertices 3. in G. So here region 3. So here A, B and C. These are the faces. And edges 2. So edges 2 here. Okay. And both are the loops. So here I have just done it. In case of P4, it will be, in case of P2, it was one multi-edge, one loop, and in case of P3, it was 2 loops, and in case of Pn, it will be n minus 1 loops. Okay. So one vertex, that will be corresponding to one face, or you can just say one region of Pn, and there will be n minus 1 edges. So okay, so E1 star, E2 star and so on up to En minus 1 star. Okay, so this one is the dual of Pn star. So that is dual of Pn represented by Pn star. Okay, so here I have just explained. I have done this one, whatever I have explained. Now come to C3 I have just done. So C3 dual is this one, and Cn dual is, it will be having n multi-edges. In case of Pn, n minus 1, there will be self loops, and in case of Cn, these will be multi-edges, n multi-edges. And for K1 I have just done, K2 I have just done, correct. Now in a plane graph, you can just see this remark. In a plane graph G, faces are the region, obviously yes. Edges are the portion where faces meet. So edges are the portion where faces meet. Suppose X and Y are meeting at this edge. So these are the portion where faces meet, and vertices are the point where edges meet, or you can just say intersect. So if two edges are meeting at a point, that is known as vertex. Okay. So that's done. Let's come to find dual of K4. So here I will be just taking n is the number of vertices in G, E is the number of edges in G. Okay, or you can just start say it M. M is the size, that is the number of edges in G. Okay, and F is the number of faces in G. So K4 is this one. You will be always having the plane part of K4. Okay, so plane part of K4. Plane part of K4 is, that is planar embedding of K4 is this one, or if I draw it large, then it will be, this is the planar K4, correct. So here we have 4 vertices A, B, C, D, correct. And how many regions or how many faces? Faces are X, Y, Z is this one, and W. So W, X, Y, Z, these are the regions. How many edges? Here 6 edges. So in case of dual, this is was K4. So K4 dual, it will be having 6 edges, and corresponding to vertices there will be number of faces. So number of faces will be 4. Okay. So F star will be 4, and edges, that is E star, will be, number of edges will be 6 only, the same, and a number of vertices, that is N star, will be equal to number of faces, that is W, X, Y, Z. Okay, that is total number of vertices. And how we are just getting this one? So you can take X, Y, Z, W. These are the vertices. So here I have just taken this X, Y, Z and W. Now this edge Z and X. Z and X, these faces meet at this edge. So there will be an edge between X and Z vertex. Now this edge meet at the these two faces Z and W meet at this edge. So Z and W. So there will be an edge between Z and W vertex in G star or K4 star, correct. Now this edge, on this edge W and X vertices, W and X faces in G meet. That's why W and X will, the vertices will meet, correct, will be adjacent. What about this one? w and y. So there will be an as w and y. This is y and x. So y and x, and one is left, that is y and z. So here also y and z. So dual of this one, and here this pink one corresponding to pink one, and this red one corresponding to red one, and faces are corresponding to vertices, correct, and this green one corresponding to this green one, and so on. So this is the dual, and this dual is again isomorphic to K4. Okay, so dual of K4 is again K4. Okay, so this is also K4, correct. That's why dual of K4 is again K4. K4 star is isomorphic to K4. Okay, now dual of K cube. So dual of 3 cube will be, here it is nothing, so I just cut it. Yeah, K cube is Q cube, or you can just say Q3 is cube in 3 dimension, and cube in 3 dimension is looking like this one. Correct. So this is a cube in 3 dimension. So this is not planar because here edges are crossing each other, correct. So we will form first planar part of this graph, and then we'll try to draw the Q3 star, that is dual of Q3. Okay, dual of 3 cube. So this is Q3. So dual of 3 cube, for that one first try to draw as a planar embedding, or you can just say as a plane graph. So here you can take this pink one as outside or inside, whatever, correct, and this green one inside, and these edges will be this one. Okay, so this one is a cube drawn in 2 dimension, correct, drawn in a plane. Okay, so this is the planar embedding or plane graph of this planar graph. Okay, so here how many faces? Faces are, one is outside, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So 6 faces are there. So in case of dual, so 6 vertices will be there, correct, and whenever any two faces meet any edge, so there will be an edge joining the vertices corresponding to the faces of G. Okay, in G star. So after drawing this dual, we got this one. Okay, and this is not plane, so plane part you can just redraw this graph, and this one, if you notice it, it is coming as K2 2 comma 2, that is complete tripartite graph with PQR as, or you can just say RST. Apartheid sets have 2 cardinality. Okay, so this is what we are getting. Okay, and here dual of pa we have done here. Yeah, why we didn't get any multi-edge, or you can just say any loop here, because there does not exist any bridge or cut edge. That's why we didn't get any loop. And why not multi-edges? 2 vertices are meeting, have only one edge between them. Okay, that's why it's done. Now dual of pa. So pa is form of this graph, correct. So this graph is a pa. So here how many regions? Regions is x and y. So 2 regions, 4 vertices. So in case of dual, it will be 4 regions and 2 vertices. So x and y will be vertices. Okay, so this is x, this is y, and this cut edge is from y to y. So this will be a loop from y to y, and x and y, between x and y how many edges are there? So these faces x and y meet at E2, E3, E4. So E2, E3, E4. So this loop one is E1 star, E2, E3, E4. So this will be between x and y and parallel edges. Okay. So this is E2 star, this is E3 star, and this is E4 star. Okay. So this is how we draw this dual. Now here if you notice why we are getting this multi-edge and loop. So loop we are getting because here we have bridge present. Okay. So cut edge is there, then every cut edge will become the loop in G star. Okay. And whenever any two faces meets at more than two edges, then these will become the multi edges. Okay. Like in this case we have just drawn. Okay. I hope you got this one. Now again this has been done. So dual of pi is this one. Correct. Now come to a cut edge. So what I just made the statement. So a cut edge, or you can just say bridge of G, becomes a loop in G star. So make this as a point. Please note it, any cut edge or bridge of G becomes a loop in G star. Okay. And multi edges arise in G star. And why these multi edges are arising? When distinct faces of G have more than one common boundary edge. Okay. So when distinct faces of G, x and y are the distinct face, and these are having more than one edge on the boundary. Okay. More than one common boundary edge. So boundary edge are for x and y, boundary edge are E2, E3 and E4. Okay. So these are having more than this one. That's why here we are getting multi edges and here we are getting self loop. And what is this? This part I'll discuss. So first let's come to some definition. So here we can define some length of face. Obviously regions are considered to be territories or face. So we can talk about the length of face. When a plane graph is connected, the boundary of each face is closed walk. Okay. In case of connected, so boundary will be always a closed walk. And when the graph is not connected, there are faces whose boundary consists of more than one closed walk. Okay. So for example, you can just say this one is connected graph, or again you can just say this one. So boundary of each face is a closed walk. Correct. So boundary of each face will be, so this is pa. Here we have two faces x and y. Correct. So for x, for y it is boundary is this one 2, 3, 4 and again this one. You can come back to wherever we started. So it is giving you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct. But it is closed walk. Correct. And same way for x it will be this one. Correct. So for x this is the boundary and this is the closed walk. Okay. Now length of a face. In a plane graph, for a length of face, to find the length of face, the graph will be plane graph. So in a plane graph G, length of a face is the total length of a closed walks, or you can just say total length of closed walk, or if more than one walk you will be considering both walk. Okay. All the walks you will be considering present in the boundary. Okay. So length of a closed walk bounding the face. Okay. For example, in this one we have length of a closed walk is 1, 2, 3 and outside also 1, 2, 3. Okay. And it should be like this one, then it will be coming back to this one. So that whenever cut edge is present, so that length will be twice, counted twice. Okay. Yeah, length of a path in a plane graph is the total length of closed walks bounding the face. Okay. So on the face boundary, you can just count the length of, or you can just count the number of edges, or you can just calculate the length of closed walk. That will give you the length of face. Now come to length of face of this one. So whenever you have K2 and we have only one face, okay, two vertices, one face. So what is the length of this one? Length of this face is, start with this one and come back to this one, because we want closed walk, and length of this walk is or you can just say length of this face is coming as 2. Okay, as we have closed walk is A, B and A, and for length always consider all the closed walk. Okay, so you will be considering only closed walk for a length of face. Okay, here length of face F1, it will be 3, because W to U, U to V, V to W. So this is U, V, W, U. You can just have this as closed walk. Okay, this is closed by, this boundary is closed by this one. Okay, and length of face F2 is 5. Why? Because 3 is being counted here and this one is being counted twice. So length of face F2, it will be 5, and from here you can just start at V, W X, V, W X, then again W, U, V. Okay, so V, W X, and W X is again counting twice, W, U, V. Okay, so that is the length of face F2 and F1 given in this one. Okay, now you can come back to this one. So two embeddings of a planar graph may not be having may not be having same duals, or you can just say isomorphic graphs, isomorphic dual, it may not be there. That is, if G is a graph and you are trying to find the two dual G star and G1 star and G2 star, then these may not be isomorphic. Okay, G1 and G2 may not be isomorphic. For example, you can consider this graph. This graph is same as this graph. Here just we have put this one inside, correct? So here it is this one. So both graphs are isomorphic. That is, for two isomorphic graphs, dual may not be isomorphic. Okay, dual may not be isomorphic, and for one graph also dual may not be isomorphic. So for one graph G, we are just getting G1 and G2, two duals. These may or may not be isomorphic. Okay, this is in general true. How you can calculate the dual of this graph? You will get this one. So here how many faces? 3 faces, so 3 vertices will be there, correct? And there is one cut edge, this one E2, so this will be E2 star on Y, correct? So E2 on this Y, E2 is on the boundary of Y, that will become the cut edge. Okay, and this edge E1 also becomes the cut edge on Z. Okay, because this is present on the boundary of face Z. Okay, and every other is, because this edge is and this edge are the having same common face, that is Z and X. So Z and X, there will be 2 multi edges between Z and X, and there will be 3 multi edges between X Y and Z. Okay, so Y and Z. So these 3 edges are common between Y and Z face. So here it will be 3 multi edges, and there is only one edge between X and Y. So there is only one edge between X and Y, so there will be only one edge, correct. So this was the first dual of this graph, and the planar embedding for this G1 is also written as this one, and dual for this one we are getting this one, because in this E1 and E2 in this graph we are having on boundary of y only. So here we will be getting two multi edges on that is two loops on y. Okay, so two loops on the y and two multi edges between x and y, because these two edges have the same faces on the both side, correct. So here two edges and y and z. So y and z there will be three multi edges. And what about x and z? X and z there will be only one. X is this region, correct. X is this region and we have only one edge, so there will be only one edge star, correct. Now are these isomorphic? The answer is no, because here we have one vertex, because z has, this vertex has four edges incident with this one, or you can just say z has four edges on its boundary. So degree of z will become the number of edges, correct. So it will be 4, okay. And here degree of one vertex is 4, and here we are having we are not having any face with 4 edges, correct. So here it will be no vertex with 4 degree. So there is no degree, no 4 degree present, here 4 degree is present, that's why these graphs are not same. So isomorphic, there can exist non isomorphic duals for the same graph G, okay. So here we have just proved G1 and G2 are isomorphic, these are isomorphic, but their duals are not, okay. Now come to example number 12. A cut edge, or you can just say bridge, belongs to boundary of only one edge, contributes towards its length. So any cut edge, obviously this will be present on the boundary of one face only. Suppose here we have, this is the cut edge. So this cut edge is present on the boundary of x face only. So and this is contributing twice its length, correct. How? In the reverse, in the last example, this one you can see in case of G1, length of x is 3, length of y, length of face y is 6, and length of z, face z is 7. How? Length of x in G1. So this is length of closed walk, correct. That is on this boundary. So that is 3. Now length of y is starting from this one, and then going back to this one and coming back to this one. So how many edges are we have counted? 6. So here length of y is 6 and length of z is 7. So length of z is 2 for this one, twice for this one, because we need closed walk. So you can just start with this one, and this one. So that is giving you the number 7. Similarly, you can have in case of G2, length of x is 3, length of y is 9, and length of z is 4. So length of z is just this one, correct. So you can count these edges, these will give you the length of z, correct. Now here we are getting the different length for the regions x, y, z, correct. Number of regions are same, or you can just say number of faces are same, but we getting length is different, okay. So here why this is 9? Because two edges are, two bridges, or you can just say two edges are been counted, okay. So these two edges have been counted, that's why it is different from that one, okay. But there will be the sum of these lengths in one graph will be equal to sum of these length in another graph, that you can visualize. Okay, or you can just calculate it and check it. So it will be 3 plus 6 plus 7, and here it will be 3 plus 9 plus 4, so it will be 16, and you are getting both are same. Okay, so here summation of length of face I is running from 1 to some k, so it will be always equal to summation of fj's, where you have fj and fi are the faces in the same graph but drawn in differently. Okay, then summation will be same, and this is coming as 16 here, so it is number of size in this graph is number of edges, or you can just say size of this graph is 8. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, correct. So here it is 8, and 8 into 2 is coming as 16. So if you take sum of length of all the faces, this is coming as twice of size, that is twice of number of edges. Okay, I is running from 1 to how many number of faces are there. Okay, so this will give you an idea about the how this size and length related. Okay, next proposition we have, in a plane graph G having m number of edges, m is the size of this graph, we have summation of length of fi is the region or face, is equal to 2 of m. Okay, just now I gave you this result, where L of fi is the length of face fi. So L of fi denotes the length of face fi. Okay. Now, how this is true? Because face length in this face length in G is same as degree of the vertex corresponding to this one in G star, correct. So this I didn't mention this one, so let's come back to this result. So here length of face in G, where f is the face in G, it will be always equal to degree of the vertex corresponding to this face f in G star. Okay, so length of face in G will be equal to degree of the vertex corresponding to f in G star are same. Okay, so here as we know, face length of LFI, that is face length in G, will be equal to degree of corresponding vertex, that is small fi we can just denote in G star, that is degree of dual vertex. So face lengths are the degrees of dual vertex, and this G star is a graph, and we can have for any graph we have this handshaking lemma, or you can just say a degree sum formula. So degree of all the vertices we are having 2 into m. Okay, so we are having degree of all the vertices in G star, and degree of vertex is same as L of fi. So if you will put this as L of fi in this expression, you are getting 2m. Okay, here it was 2m star because this was for G star. So and m is same as m star, that's why this will be same. So here face length in G will be equal to degree of corresponding vertex in G star, that is degree of dual vertex. Okay, and we know that by degree sum formula we have this one, that is summation of degree of vertices in G star will be equal to twice into size of G star, that is m star. Okay, and we know m is equal to m star. There are same number of edges between there are same number of edges in G and as well as in its dual. Okay, and just put this one in this expression, you will be getting this L of fi is equal to 2 into m star will become m, correct. So that's what we wanted. Now this is new result for you. So summation of length of all the faces, it will be coming as twice of number of edges, that is 2m. Okay, so summation LFI is equal to summation of length will be equal to 2 into size, 2 into m. Okay, so that's done. I think we should stop here, and in next lecture I'll be discussing continuing this 6.1 only. Till then, bye bye, take care.